Hello, YouTubers. How you doing? Please share and subscribe to the Dennis Ramsay YouTube channel. Thank you. I do fine art, folk art, abstract art paintings, and I'll gladly do your paintings for $1,000 a painting upwards. If you want some, call me. 902-365-5044, Kempful, Canada. Do share and subscribe to the Dennis Ramsay YouTube channel of rock and roll songs, outdoor videos, and many nice videos to watch. Anyhows, back in the olden days, the 1960s and 70s, the Halloweens were bad. Back in those days, I seen people burn down houses and bridges and cars, and they had no conscience, no empathy, no scruples, no morals. Anyhows, the good news, I turned out good, considering all. Back in the olden days, I seen people make gasoline cocktails and burn houses down in barns and other stuff. This is back in the late 60s, 70s, back in the olden days. You're right, I'm not a spring chicken no more. But back in those days, people had no conscience, no morals, no scruples. Almost like they had a dead conscience, if you will. They used to make these gasoline cocktails, and all they are is gasoline in a beer bottle with a cloth wick. And they would burn down houses and barns and bridges and other stuff. This is when Halloweens were real bad. Back in the olden days, they used to throw rocks at you, tomatoes, pumpkins, anything they could get their hands on that wasn't nailed down. So you would end up getting hit by foreign objects, which I did. But I survived Halloween back in the olden days. Now, getting back to Halloween back in the olden days, people seemed to be crazier back in the 1970s. There was a guy I knew used to take his rifle out and shoot out the streetlights. He was crazy. Dangerous. But back in them days, those people did not care. Now, back in the olden days, Halloween was fun, but it was risky because there was many people with fireworks, like blockbusters and firecrackers, and they would toss the firecrackers in your bag of treats, hoping that you would drop the bag of treats and they'd steal them. Anyhows, I used to carry my firecrackers with me, and I did the same thing. I'd throw a firecracker in a bag of treats and they'd drop them, and I'd take their treats. That's true. But back then in them days, Halloween, you had to be bad to survive. It was a place to have no conscience, no morals, no scruples, and be ruthless as you can, which we were. Now, back in the old days, Halloween was revenge night. We'd wait until Halloween night and get the people back that treated us horrible throughout the year. Got it? I ran with the Kingston boys, one of the worst group of thugs on planet Earth. There'd be between 20 to 30 of us. I won't go into names, 'cause half of them are dead. But anyhows, Halloween back in the olden days was a lot worse than what it is in 2022. Today it's pretty tame, pretty safe. You could sleep out all night on Halloween night in 2022 and be safe. But back in the late 60s and 70s, it was a dangerous night, Halloween. I seen cop cars destroyed with baseball bats. I seen phone booths blown up by trick-or-treaters. And I seen a lot of crazy stuff back in the olden days. Now this is a true tale, I'm telling you. I'm going to relive some of my childhood memories with you all through these videos. Anyhow, do share and subscribe to the Dennis Ramsay YouTube channel. But back in the olden days, people would get drunked up. They'd drink a case of beer and a pint or two and get liquored up. They'd buy a few jugs of gasoline and set fire to everything that wasn't nailed down. Anyhow, yeah, I burnt things down like everybody else did. Everybody done it back in the olden days. It was a common practice. Anyhow, back in the olden days, they used to throw pumpkins and rocks and tomatoes at the truck drivers and these great big 18-wheelers. They'd haul on the brakes, come hopping out of the truck with a crowbar or a piece of pipe, and chase you down the road. And if they caught up with you, they'd break your legs or your arms. Now, I was fortunate. Back when I was a kid, I was fast. I could run as fast as a deer. Now, today I couldn't do that, of course. I am getting old. But back in the olden days, I was as fast as a rabbit or a cat. I've seen people get their legs broken. I've seen people get concussions and broken arms and broken fingers. But those people couldn't run fast from the truckers. When the truckers caught up with them, they'd almost beat them to death. And that's true. This was in the late 60s and 70s through Kingston, Greenwood, Middleton, and Berwick area. Anyhow, hope you like this true story. I'll tell you some more Halloween stories in the near future that are true. Do share and subscribe to the Dennis Ramsay YouTube channel, thank you. And give me a thumbs up on all my videos. But back in the olden days, people had no conscience, they had no morals, they had no scruples, and people didn't care. That's the truth of it. And plus, people could get away with crimes back in the late 60s and 70s. There wasn't that many cops. Nowadays, there's like 10 cops to one cop back in the 60s or 70s. Got it? There wasn't too many police. Do share, do subscribe to me, the Dennis Ramsay YouTube TV. Thank you. And if you enjoyed this story, share, subscribe, take care, and bye for now.